someone sent me, a man called Stephen Millings in Belfast, a very nice guy, sent me a DVD this week of Top Gun, because I said that I hadn't read Top Gun. Hi, Peter. You once confessed live on air that you had never seen the movie Top Gun. This is a rite of passage for any man, and I've been concerned for your well-being ever since, says Stephen. Well, here you go. This is called the DVD. I'm sure Tech Up Dave will be able to rip it to a device of your choosing to actually watch it, LOL. Make an evening of it, getting some popcorn. Enjoy, says Stephen. That's very nice. Well, from Top Gun to my wingman.
Oh, very good.
See it there? See, I know the quote.
Oh,
Tech Up Dave. So this is good. Have you seen Top Gun?
How could you ask that question? I've seen it hundreds of times.
You've seen it hundreds of times?
And I've seen the sequel about 2 or 3 times.
Top Gun Maverick as well. Yeah, indeed.
I can't believe you haven't seen it.
Well, I'm. You know,
what's wrong with you, man?
I think what is wrong with me? I think that's going to take a lot longer than half an hour to get through, to be brutally honest. Dave, we're going to talk a lot about cats, and we've been invited to a swanky do.
So I hear.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
You're going to have to get your glad rags on, and in no sense will you be wearing that shirt. He's wearing a banana shirt.
What's wrong with my shirt?
It's horrendous, like many of your shirts. Although last week you weren't wearing a crazy shirt, and I let it go unnoted, well, as it should, as clothing generally should.
David Bull told me off.
Did he?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about his shirts, to be brutally honest. Anyway, now it's time for Cat of the Week.
It's Cardi B's Cat of the Week.
So, Dave, there are multiple entries. There are 3 cats for Cat of the Week today.
Yes, it's multiple Cat of the Week. This is what happens when you have a household with more than one cat in it, I've come to the conclusion, because you can't separate them out.
You can't separate them. Well, we had a woman this week who sent me a letter. She will be put in the queue.
Yes.
Because she sent me a letter one day saying that she wanted one of her cats to be Cat of the Week, and then the next day she sent me another letter saying, can you also include my other cat, which I thought was lovely. We'll get her on. She's in the queue. She's in the queue. It is quite a long queue, let me tell you. So Oreo, Gibbs and Brandon, who are they?
They are 3 cats that were nominated by Nick, who lives in northwest England. Sadly, Brandon. Now, I think Brandon is the black cat.
Yes, we haven't been told which one's which, but we hope this is Brandon, black and white cat.
Brandon had a bit of a bad start to his life, but as you can see, they're all very happy and all living a fine life now. Oreo, Gibbs and Brandon. Nick says, my cats come first before myself, and they have kept me alive with my PTSD after being beaten up in 2008.
Oh, Nick, I'm so sorry to hear that happened. He says cats are really, really amazing animals, and you're right, and I'm really glad that Oreo, Gibbs and Brandon are Cat of the Week this week. So that's Nick from northwest London there with Oreo, Gibbs and Brandon. And we have some sad news as well this week.
Yes.
That a very, very well-known cat, someone called Mr. Steve, got in touch with me. He's a big fan of the show, and Scruff was a very special cat. Tell us about Scruff. Scruff has sadly passed the Rainbow Bridge and is in heaven.
Scruff was out in Australia, and apparently he lived on the streets for years until one day he met a young Australian girl who started to feed him. She gained his trust and eventually rescued him, and he'd had a very hard life up until then, but became a much loved and cared for cat, gaining friends all around the world.
Big on Twitter as well as old Scruff.
Yes, I mean, I've put the Twitter handle on the video that you can see there, which is @ScruffKit. SCRUFFKIT
at Scruff Kit, and and his supporters actually turned Twitter purple as well. There's a whole story. So we will certainly honour Scruff. Very sorry to hear that Scruff has gone, and certainly many media followers, and a rescue cat as well, which is wonderful. And another rescue cat, sadly, sorry, it's a bit doom and gloom, but actually this week my lovely friend Chris, who used to be a producer who worked here, Chris is just one of the nicest people I've ever met in my entire life, and he rescued a number of animals, but one of them was a beautiful black cat called Rosie, and he gave Rosie and her sister Ruth an amazing retirement. Now, Rosie sadly left us this week, which I know is absolutely devastating to Chris and his lovely wife, Emma. And I know that Rosie gave so much joy to them and had an amazing retirement. And Chris really looked after her so well. I actually met Rosie once. She was absolutely gorgeous. Another rescue cat, of course. And Chris, I kid you not, went into Cats Protection, went into the rescue place and said, are there any cats that are overlooked? Are there cats that you're finding maybe it's a bit hard to get them adopted? We will adopt them. And that's what Chris did, and took 2 sisters, Ruth and Rosie, older cats, and gave them an amazing retirement. Ruth's still with us. Rosie, very sadly this week, left us, which is very, very sad. But honouring cats is something we do here because we love cats. We love rescue cats. And what is really good news is that the National Cat Awards are coming up, Dave, and we're going to a swanky do.
Apparently so.
Get your glad rags on.
we will be finding out who wins the awards for Family Forever, Cat Colleagues, Social Star or Moggy Marvels. They're the 4 categories that have been...
Categories, see what you did there?
Thank you.
And one of the nominees for Moggy Marvels is Dali from Shipley in West Yorkshire, and we can talk to his owner, Rebecca Wilson, who is with us now. Rebecca, I gather you're on the line, but Dali, I think perhaps going for a bit of a walk, is that right?
She's just here now, actually. She's just come back in because she must have heard she was going live on air.
Well, she's got to keep her public happy. Can you lift her up and show her to the camera, Rebecca? Yeah. Is that possible?
I will try my best right now.
Let's have a look at Dali here. If you're watching on Talk TV, you can see, hopefully...
She doesn't want to.
Well, she doesn't want to come up. She's camera shy. Unlike Tech Octave. Well, listen, you've been nominated for one of these awards, or more accurately, Dali has been nominated for one of these awards, Rebecca. And what does it mean to you?
It means a lot. I think Cats Protection do lots of really good things for cats around the country, and it was just a bit of fun, really, to enter after her story of going missing.
So tell us about this story. Tell us why she's been nominated.
Yeah, so she went missing. We just, got home from work and didn't know where she was. We had a quick look around the local area, and then a few days later, we started putting missing posts out because it was very out of character. Days turned into weeks, no luck. We just kept sharing posts on various social media platforms.
That must have been really heartbreaking for you, really difficult.
Yeah, it was really hard because we just didn't know, we were worried that she'd been run over, we were worried that she might be trapped somewhere, and, someone might have seen her but just assumed it was just a cat wandering near where they lived. So we had no idea what could have happened to her. So that was the scary part.
My goodness, so you'll be coming to London for the awards then. I mean, what sort of a chance does Dali have after that incredible story? I think quite a good one, I would say.
Yes, well, she's up against some really fabulous cats. There's the cats that have sort of saved their owners' lives, been really good companions. So there's lots of cats to celebrate, but we've got our fingers crossed that her story maybe is the winner.
Well, let's hope so. Let's hope so. Do you know what, Rebecca? I was actually invited to the National Cat Awards last year. It's a really swanky do. And something got in the way, and I really was quite aggrieved about this. Dave knows about this, because the small matter of my parents' 50th wedding anniversary was the reason I couldn't go. Thoughtless of them, honestly.
Absolutely. Well, today's my cat's birthday.
Is it Dali's birthday today? That's wonderful.
And my mum and dad's anniversary, so they share the same day.
Oh, well, that's perfect. How old is Dali today?
Dali and her sister Nata turned 4 today.
Oh, wonderful. And how long have your parents been married? Do you know that?
34 years.
Well, a very, very many congratulations to them. And listen, I got told off, Tech Up Dave, I got told off for mentioning my mum on air one time. Oh, so I better not mention her again. But it is her birthday tomorrow on St. George's Day. So from one dragon to another. Anyway, I'm joking. She's a lovely human being. She's very, very nice. She's wonderful. Sorry. My mother is birthday tomorrow. She's 21 plus VAT. So we will be celebrating her birthday tomorrow. But I know she doesn't really like me mentioning it on air, but I just want to say happy birthday. You're a wonderful mother. Love you very, very much indeed. And a very happy birthday to Dali, and to a very happy wedding anniversary to Rebecca's parents. So there's a lot to celebrate today as well, isn't there, Teco?
Yeah, and before we move any further, if you're interested, you can vote for
tell us this. Right, yes.
So cat lovers can vote for their favourite finalist by visiting www.cats.org.uk.
Excellent.
The voting period is now open until the 30th of June. So disappear off there and go and vote for your favourite cats. There are about 4 or 5 from each of the 4
different categories and categories and everything.
Categories,
isn't it?
Yes. And they're searching for perfection.
I see what you did there. So we've got Zebby, who's a self-taught hearing cat. He helps his deaf owner around the home. We've got Elsa, who's an ultra-sociable muggy who spends every day visiting local shops to meet staff and supporters. Dali, we heard about there, the brave puss who survived for a month marooned on a tiny island of rocks on a river. I mean, there's some many, many interesting stories here as well. So that is nominees for the National Cat Awards 2023.
17th of July.
Indeed.
I'm going to have to find a suit.
Rebecca, you still there?
I am, yes.
So if Dali couldn't win, which of the other cats do you think deserves this award?
Oh, that's hard. it's quite hard to say because she's in the same category, but Willow, who saved her diabetic owner by waking up her other owner, is a pretty astonishing story. But they all just seem like such lovely companions and just make people very happy. I've got one cat here that I might be able to angle. This is Nata, Dali's sister.
This is Dali's sister. So we can't get Dali, but we can get Dali's. Oh, look. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's a beautiful cat. So who's this?
This is Nata. She's the more confident and she's not as camera shy.
Definitely. Well, if you're watching and Talk TV, you can see this beautiful black and white cat. And is celebrating her 4th birthday today, is that right?
Oh, and then she's gone. Yeah.
Oh, she's gone. Honestly, we cannot get the cats to stay where they're meant to stay. No. This is ridiculous. Rebecca, thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Good luck in the awards, and maybe Tech Up Dave and I will actually see you at the Swanky Do. You're gonna have to smarten up a bit.
I know.
You're gonna have to wear a suit. Do you own a suit?
Yeah, but I'm not sure I can get in it. Might be going on a crash diet between then and now.
It's always a problem. I know exactly the issue there as well. But Tech Up Dave, thank you very, very much indeed for your expertise and indeed all your behind the scenes work with Cat of the Week as well, because I know lots of people enter and we do have a queue, but we're getting through.
We have a very long queue.
We have a very long queue. But listen, we're going to keep doing it, and it is wonderful. So thank you very, very much indeed, reflecting on the Cat of the Week and indeed the National Cat Awards there with Tech Up Dave. And thank you to everybody who's been in touch as well.